got into that, yeah.
Before born in the USA.
I had all the
at the same time, like when he first came up with Born to Run. And then there was the thing you say about Bruce, and yeah, he's got a following. He had like a cult following. You know, and then Born USA blew him up across where he was possible. Prior to that, it really wasn't. It was like he was hailed the rock stranger, you know. So I can't
really interesting bands that I got into, and I'm going to buy that Jim Morrison book. Like, you look at Bruce Springsteen, turns out it's ripped out. No hits on it. Comes out with a second and takes it. No hits. There's only one hit on that. Then, Bruce Springsteen again. So then he came out with the Juice check off. Well, no, the River was off of Nebraska. No, it was the River, yeah. Then he wrote Atlantic City out. But anyway, so if you look at the Doors, they were just ready to blow this fucking thing and the greatest rock and roll band everything. Because every album they had was better. Essentially more musically, there was more. It was funny as I was reading the book about it, and the guy said, never see the cards. I said, they're producing it. Well, there are based on Jim Morrison. Yeah. Well, he wasn't their first producer, but anyways, this guy gets in there, he looks at the lyrics. Ray Manzarek's got the composition down, and he goes, "You need somebody else, man. You guys, I'm a fucking, cut and paste guy. You guys are the real deal." He goes, I'm just gonna, I just try to crank out one hit. He goes, "You got 10 great songs."
It is amazing.
And it's funny how that guy was honest about it.
That guy's name he's producing.
Yeah.
Name escapes me. I know what he looks like.
Yeah, it might have been Danny Shores. I don't know. I remember
that was
I think that was the guy that wrote No One Gets Out of Here Alive.
Yeah, that got it mixed up. I remember that guy's name. He was like that long hair, he's bald. Yeah, I remember it was EMI, I guess. And they hadn't done it. They were like they had nothing all of a sudden.
No, they used to open. They were the opening band for Whiskey a Go-Go.
I know.
And that was like, then there would be 3 or 4 bands, and then they had
that these nobody bands suddenly got these great gigs. Never had played a gig in their life. Their name was Whiskey.
Yeah. And it was funny was when they went to the guy from the live. He talked to the bartender, the manager. He goes, well, they're really good, but they're not good. He goes, okay. He went, well,
his thing was to show too, not pretty. All right.
I'll hook you guys up today. You all good? Got it? Everybody happy?
Yeah, you need a light? Thank you.
Yep.
Got it now.
All right.
top. I bought a ton with us. That's my show, got 200 niggas. I bought the ton with us. Take that stand up. I love the club.
We got Chief, we got Commander McGinnis. We have Dan DiBordino, Crime Stoppers. What's up, Charlie? Good, how are you? Commander McGinnis is over homicide. They already telling me that they want to move. They don't want to be right here. So
Okay, well,
I explained to them that
no, we can move. We can move.
well they don't want to get they don't want to get the
Can we
sun,
go
but,
towards them then?
I don't know how they feel about
Well, that's what I'm saying. That's why we're here. So you might want to explain that to them. We're not allowed on their property.
maybe this is a little better. I don't want to put you guys.
No, I mean we're good there if we're away from the sound.
It's not that bad.
It's not that good. I mean, you get
It's not that bad.
under, we'll go under.
That'll be fine. You guys are fine. We're late. We don't want to move. So. Oh, I have video. Clear
you have
video.
the thumb drive?
So I have it on the drive, but I also have it on my computer where it's really clean. So I don't know if you have the drive and it's an ASN file or something. So, but it's clean. I don't mind just giving it to you, but obviously you need to cut it. To make
Give
sure
me
you
a
don't
drive
shoot.
when we're done to get it. Are you on a Mac?
No. Our media list is long, so when we have like video of people being murdered, I don't want to send it out. I trust obviously you all, but we have a long, yeah, him too. But I don't want to send it out to everybody, so you know.
Drive, I think this is one, yeah.
I have a drive, yes, and I have my laptop. You have a drive, you want to get the files.
So Rudy, is this unedited?
Yeah, I have it unedited.
Okay.
I have 3 different angles too.
Okay. He's got a thumb drive and he says it's also on his laptop and if he doesn't give it in his drive, he can put it on the roll. He's got your guy has to give him a thumb drive.
Charlie Lankman. God, I love you so much, man. Me and my wife just drove by and she pointed you out from anybody. And she was like, that's wrong. We watch you Channel 2 hair trees. I said, I love you so much. Oh, I swear to God, we love you. Okay, that's fine.
I'm gonna grab my laptop and see
to see you, and we just seen you and Michael Esty. Is it okay if I get a This is better than even getting with Jay-Z.
Yeah, see, how do you wife?
Right over there, make sure you stay.
was really good. I really appreciate it.
Not playing, but we're going to work on it, and then we have to take it down to the station. He's going to transfer it to them right now. Okay. An assignment.
Tell them what's going on.
Yeah. I gave her a little bit of a heads up.
Oh, you did?
A little bit, but I didn't know about. About ready to go. want to start out? You want me to give an intro?
You can do an intro. Are we live?
Yep, we'll be live. Okay, I think we're good to go here. Thank you all for joining us today. I have Detroit Police Chief White here, along with First Assistant Chief Bedison, also Commander McGinnis of DPD, and some community members, Dan DiBordino from Crime Stoppers, and Malik Shabash, a community activist, here today with us to update you on a double fatal shooting here last night. You know, this has obviously shocked our community, and we need all the tips that we can get. Chief White?
Thank you. I want to thank Crime Stoppers for being here. Mr. Malik Shabazz, once again, we are calling on the community for their assistance in helping us find who's responsible for this heinous crime that happened here last evening. Our community is grieving, the neighborhood is grieving. This crime is just unspeakable, and a 9-month-old lost her parents. And so we're asking for the community to help us. I'm going to bring up Commander McGinnis to provide some insights into the case and exactly who or what we're looking for, and any help that you can give us would be much appreciated. Commander?
So about 8:30 yesterday evening, our victims were seated in an automobile at this gas station behind me. The offenders came from the north. Both of them were armed with handguns, gun in hand, ran up to the vehicle, directly to the vehicle, and fired shots into the vehicle. Miraculously, the 9-month-old was not struck by any of the gunfire, but unfortunately, the two victims were, and they succumbed to their injuries. Both of the subjects then fled northbound on Ashton Street, and from there unknown. I believe we've released the video, or some of the video of this incident, and you'll see from the description, the clothing that these offenders are wearing is pretty distinct, and somebody that sees that video and sees the clothing will know who these people are. And we're asking that they call Detroit Police or Crime Stoppers and provide that information to us. Both offenders appear to be black males, slender build. One is wearing a black hooded sweatshirt with a red stripe on the arm, black sweatpants, which we believe also has a red stripe, and dark tennis shoes. The other individual is also a black male. He also appears to be slender build. He's wearing a dark blue sweatshirt with what appears to be black sweatpants with a white stripe down the leg. And he's wearing a lighter colored tennis shoes. So if everybody can take a look at the images that we provided, and please call 1-800-SPEAK-UP to Crime Stoppers. If you want to remain anonymous, or if you want to talk to a detective, call Homicide at 313-596-2260 and provide that information for us to help bring closure to the victim's family. Thank you.
Again, our detectives have been working around the clock. We're asking for the community to come through for us once again. Anything that you have, any information that you have, no matter how big or small, can be helpful in this case. We'd ask that you call the police department. To the suspects who are if they're listening, turn yourself in. We're going to work tirelessly to identify who you are and bring you to justice. So turn yourself in, and if anyone has any information that can help us in this case, please call us. I'm also going to bring up Crime Stoppers to talk a little bit about how you can get a reward if you call them. Come on up.
Thank you, Chief. As a community, we need to step up and provide information for this senseless crime. There's one of two ways you can do it if you've already been indicated. One, you can call the Detroit Police Department, or you can call 1-800-SPEAK-UP. It's Crime Stoppers. You will do so anonymously. We won't ask for your name. We won't ask for your telephone number. All we need is some information so that we can help solve this heinous crime. Thank you.
Giving honor to God. I'm here to stand with the Detroit Police Department, Crime Stoppers, and others, and I'm sure all people of goodwill and decency, to say that this slime, this crime, and this grime, it must stop. this heinous shite is unacceptable. And someone knows. Someone always knows. The great thing about Crime Stoppers, 1-800-SPEAK-UP, it's on the DL. It's on the down low. It's on the low low. No one will know you are calling. You can get up and stand up and be a hero and a shero in the privacy of your own home, in the bathroom, on your couch. Your family doesn't even have to know. No one will know. They give you a number, like a debit card number. You call once a week, twice a week, whatever, and see if your tip, if your lead grew legs. If it did, they tell you where you can get, if it leads to an arrest, where you can pick up your cash, hard, cold cash. But even more important than a monetary incentive is the human aspect of doing the right thing. And lastly, let me just say this, and I'm speaking for me. All these criminals, we still love you. It is the behavior that is unacceptable. You are still ours, and we want to help you. You may have to get help in the joint, but we want to help you. These are societal problems that are economic, they're psychological, they're mental illness, depression, families breaking apart, COVID-19 quadruples all of that, but we still love you. To black folks out there, we ain't just trying to lock somebody up. It's the behavior that is unacceptable, and we cannot accept it anymore. Get up, stand up, be a hero or shero. Call 1-800-SPEAK-UP. Thank you.
Thank you. So here's what we know. They were targeted. This was not a random act of violence. We're certain that they were targeted. We know that we had a 9-month-old child in this vehicle, and we're thankful that that child was not injured, but sadly, that child has lost both their parents. So that's where we're at. If anybody has any information that can help us with this crime, we would very much appreciate a call to either 1-800-SPEAK-UP or to the Detroit Police Department. And with that, I'll take any questions.
Chief, have you identified this mother and father?
We know who they are, yes.
What's their ages, Chief? You know?
You got
22. Both.
Were they married?
I don't know if they were married,
Don't
but
know.
the child was theirs.
They are mother and father?
Yeah, mother and father.
You know where the child is now? Is it with family?
With family.
When you say targeted, Chief, do you know if one or the other of the victims was the target?
We're still looking at that right now, but we know that based on some of the investigation already that this was a targeted hit.
Can you explain or expand on that? Are you starting to zero in on any kind of a motive?
We're working on it now. We don't have anything right now to release, but we're working on that. The investigators have been working around the clock on this case, and they're going to continue to work on this case until we get a suspect.
And mother and father are from Detroit?
Yes.
Are they from this area of Detroit?
Okay.
Yes.
Yes.
Have you had any relationships with the mother and father? Have they had any criminal background like that?
We did look at that as a part of this investigation. At this point, they're victims of a horrific, violent act, and I don't think it'll serve any benefit to release their criminal history right now. But we're looking at all aspects to see, who they're aligned with, what happened with that alignment, if they were targeted by someone in that alignment. But releasing their criminal history right now is not appropriate.
Do you know if the suspects drove here? Do you know?
We don't know. All we have on that is what we gave you from the video, the grainy video. We're going to have that video enhanced, and we'll be updating you with some newly released video soon.
With your mental health background, will the kid remember this and be traumatized by it, or no, too young?
I mean, you're a kid growing up without your parents. That in and of itself is going to bring trauma to you. 9-month-old, it's no real way to tell the impact that it's going to have other than not having your parents and having to, I'm certain that there will be something that happens as a result of reliving that moment in time. It's just horrific. I mean, it's just no words for it. I can't even imagine what the families are going through. Our thoughts and prayers are with the families that, you got two families that have to bury two 22-year-olds. Now you've got a 9-month-old who is out here who has to be raised by the parents and at some point told the story of what happened. So, you know, I mean, think about that, and if you know anybody that did this, give us a call, because we're going to work until we find out who did it, and we're going to arrest them. So the easiest thing to do would be to turn themselves in.
Chief, a couple more questions. Real quick, this is a green light, a gas station. Did that play a role in your investigation?
It certainly did, and we're going to be extracting as much video as we possibly can, and the video that we got from this location is what we've already put out, but we're going to be working to see if there's any earlier video, if you know, maybe they were here earlier, case in the place, we don't know, but we're going to do all that work.
The method of this, Chief, you know, I don't want to get caught in semantics, but would you call it a hit? And does the method of this narrow the scope of motive, if you understand what I'm asking?
I know where you're going. Here's what we know right now, and I'm always cognizant of the fact that we've got a prosecutor who's got a lot of work to do to sign these warrants when we do get these people off the street. So I don't want to compromise that, but I'll say this. We know that this was a targeted hit. Okay, this was not a random act of violence. It was a targeted act of violence, and we'll be working that angle, and with that comes a lot of investigative work that has to happen. But they were not strangers to these folks.
Thank you.
All right,
All right.
one more? You good? All right.
All right, thank you.
all.
Thank you, sir.
The victims?
Yeah. You said it. I just didn't write it down.
I didn't say it, but it's 500.
Oh, is it Chrysler?
Like
Like
a, like a it used to be a Taurus, but now they made it a 500 and then went back to
SHO?
Taurus.
A Ford SHO?
No, it was a Ford 500 was the vehicle the victims were.
Penny, you may not know, but the